So Jacksepticeye made a video recently, and for the first about 2, maybe 3 minutes of the video, he brings up a topic that I've been wanting to talk about lately. I'll play a clip here of it, or I'll just show you the first couple of minutes so you understand what I'm talking about.
Is it just me, or does it feel like the internet is just getting angrier and angrier all the time? I feel like I can't even interact with the internet the way I used to because it just makes me so anxious all the time now. Everywhere I look, everyone's just fighting with each other, everyone's attacking one another. You go to a TikTok video and people are all like, oh, why'd you do stuff this way? Why did you do it that way? Why are you even filming this? What's going on? Like, it just feels like the fun of everything is kind of going away. Maybe that's just endemic of like the bubbles that I'm in. Maybe it's just endemic of the stuff that gets served to me. But algorithmically driven content just kind of drives everybody to anger all the time. Because it's so much easier to be angry about stuff and hate each other than it is to do anything decent anymore. And maybe it's always been like that, but now is just the only time that I've started to see it. And maybe that's just me and my timelines and my algorithms and the things that I see from my perspective, but it just kind of seems like anywhere I turn on the internet now, if I spend any length of time on it, it just all seems so negative.
Now, the rest of the video is mainly just him talking about some sort of event. And I had no personal problem with this, but I think he kind of ruined the video because you had something really good there at the beginning. And, of course, it does correlate with what he's talking about there. But I think the video should have been talking about, you know, the problems with modern internet. So I'm going to do it here. But I think he brings up a really good point how everybody's just mad, man. Everywhere I look on the internet, it doesn't matter what I do, where I go, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I don't use Instagram. I don't use TikTok. But, you know, all these places are just full of angry, miserable people that just hate everybody and everything, man. And, you know, I've kind of noticed this. And something else I've noticed is I feel like these algorithms that these websites use do this on purpose. And what do I mean by this? Well, for the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, I've gone out of my way through Twitter and YouTube where if I see something on Twitter I don't like, maybe it's a post that says something like, you know, it shows the world blowing up and it says, what are you doing in this situation? It's like, oh, I don't know, jackass, I guess we're all just fucking dying. Because that's the only type of response that should be given to that, because it's clearly just there to bait you into replying and giving them money. And again, but that part right there is what I'm talking about. That is deliberately pissing us off, and it's everywhere you look. And again, it doesn't matter how many times I mute those accounts, block those accounts, tell Twitter that I'm not interested, yada yada yada. It feels like the more you say that you're not interested in something, the more that it's constantly pushed towards you. I'll give you another example of what I'm talking about. So back in like 2014, 2015, I used to be semi-big on Facebook. What I mean by that is I would use it regularly because, I mean, why wouldn't I? It was Facebook in like 2014, 2015. Yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad. And I would get into arguments with vegans because, you know, I would see a post of, you know, the good vegan or whatever group would be, and I would just argue with the people because I was a shithead back then. What do you expect, folks? We all did this kind of stuff. But if I go on Facebook right now, which I never ever do, but if I were to go on Facebook right now, if I were to start scrolling, you know what I'd see a ton of? Oh, look, a vegan post, vegan post, vegan post, because Facebook thinks that I want to see more of that. And if I were to go on Facebook and I were to tell Facebook over and over and over again, I'm not interested in this, I'm not interested in this, I'm not interested in this, don't show me this, it'll continuously show it, if not even more than before. YouTube does this and Twitter does this as well. Because, like I said, those posts that you see where the earth's blowing up and some moron goes, hey, what are you doing in this situation? I continuously, for the last 6 months or so, have told Twitter, not interested in this, or I mute the account, whatever. It doesn't do anything. And it feels like, it really feels like that scene from Hercules, you know, where he cuts off the head of one snake, and then 2 more appear, you cut those off, 4 more appear, yada, yada, yada. That's what the whole, like the entirety of the internet feels like right now, where it just shovels in all this brain rot, all this, whatever the hell you want to call it, man. Just plain old stupidity. is at an all-time high. And degeneracy, don't even get me started on how degenerate your average users. It's so funny to me that these people that call people like me out for daring to want to find a adult female in the video game sexy, they call us gooners, they call us all this stuff, yet degeneracy is at some of the highest it's ever been in human history, at least here on the internet. And, you know, that's another thing. It's like, there's no, everything feels corporate and everything feels fake and everything feels like it's just there to rot your brain, man. You know, because how does most YouTube channels start these days? They start out with, hey guys, welcome to the video. Make sure to smash that like button and make sure to go to my Patreon and make sure to blah, 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 blah. Just endlessly assaulting you with just corpo speak. They have the fake voice. Everything is fake. Everything is just there to make money. It's the same thing on Twitter with all those accounts. You know, what are you doing in this situation? It's just there to try to make money off of you. And that's not how the old internet was. Look, man, look. There's always going to be the jackass putting the big-titted chick in his thumbnail for a YouTube video. Or they're going to be like that Sphere Hunter chick where they just put herself in anime form in an outfit to try to coax you into clicking on the video. Like, that's always going to be there, man. But it was never as bad as it is now. The same thing for Twitter, same thing for Facebook. Look, old YouTube was bad. We all know this. Old YouTube, Facebook, whatever. It's all been bad. But at least when I made a YouTube video criticizing Angry Joe back in like 2015, and I got like almost 100,000 views on that video, and a bunch of people came out and were defending me, but also criticizing me, at least I knew if somebody wrote in the comments that I'm a complete idiot, I knew that that was a real person. That's not some bot that's being hosted in China where there's 100,000 other bots exactly like it that are going to be doing the exact same thing all day, because that's what's ruining the internet, man. It's censorship, and bots are ruining the internet. And what do I mean by censorship? Well, think about it like this. Think about how in my older videos, I could curse like a sailor, and at the very least, if the video was good enough, it would get views. Nowadays, I can't say any curse word. I can't say anything, because if I do, YouTube's going to make sure that, first of all, monetization will be off, which personally I don't give a damn about, but plenty of you out there might. And also, it's just not going to show your video to everybody out there. Like, if you're telling the truth about something, whether that was during COVID or whatever, YouTube will do everything in its power to make sure that your video is not seen by the masses. And it's just gotten to the point where I don't want to use the internet anymore, man. You know what I did recently? I haven't done this in 20 goddamn years, guys. You know what I did? I went bowling with my friends. And you know what I'm doing tomorrow after work? I'm going bowling with my friends. You want to know why? Because I don't want to be here on the internet. If you had told me this 15 years ago, or even 10 years ago, that I would hate the internet so much that I wouldn't even want to be on it to play video games, because current video games are so goddamn bad that I would rather literally go bowling with my friends than use it. I would have laughed in your face. I would have laughed so hard I would have been put into a fucking hospital. Here we are, though, because back then I was laughing at the idea that, the internet's not going to be destroyed. The internet's going to have at least 50 or so years, just like TV, where it's actually pretty good, and then it'll be destroyed. But no, somehow, some way, the current internet has found a way to just be as the word I like to use for current internet. It's multiple words: obnoxious, annoying, stupid, brain rot, a bunch of words. But seriously, if I had to choose one word for the internet, it would just be annoying. The people of the internet and the internet at large has become so goddamn annoying to deal with that I just don't want to do it anymore, man. It's not worth it. And I'm not the only person. The comment section of Jacksepticeye's video had a bunch of people being like, I feel the exact same way. And they're talking about the beginning of the video, I guarantee you, because, most people don't even watch as far as this into videos anymore. But, a good majority of you know exactly what I'm talking about and feel the exact same way, man. The current internet is annoying. It's full of hateful, disgusting people. And the only other people that are on there are a bunch of bots that do nothing but start drama all day. Like, bro, the internet could die tomorrow, and the only thing I'd be worried about is, hey, can I at least download all my games from Steam? You know what I mean? Can I at least get all of that before it all goes to shit? That's the only thing I'd like. I don't care if it's the same thing with a lot of video games. If Halo dies tomorrow, so be it. As long as I can continue playing the old Halos, that's all that matters to me, man. Because I've got a backlog of games that'll keep me going until the day I die. So if modern gaming dies, I don't care. If modern internet dies, I don't care. Just let me be able to go back to the old stuff. That's all I ask, man. But, you know, it's gotten to the point now where even then I'm just like, you know what, if it really were to crash, all right, fine. I'll just have to go out and spend time with real people. God forbid, right? God forbid we actually have to go back to the days of actually interacting with each other that isn't behind a computer screen. But, you know, look, I'm rambling at this point, but I hope some of what I've rambled here has made sense to a couple of you, and maybe some of you can agree with me. Anyways, though, guys, this is Snow. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.